हेलो माय डियर बच्चों, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज आम देखा क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ आर्किया एंड यू बैक्टीरिया आज पर बर्गिस मैनुअल। सो इन 1923, डेविड बर्गी, professor of bacteriology at the University of Pennsylvania and four colleges, published a classification of bacteria that could be used for identification of bacterial species. 1923 କ'ଣ ହେଲା ଡାଭିଡ୍ ବର୍ଗି, ଯିଏକି ପ୍ରଫେସର ଥିଲେ କେଉଁଠି ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟି ଅଫ୍ ପେନସିଲଭାନିଆରେ, ତାଙ୍କର 4 ଜଣ କଲେଜ ମିଶିକି ପବ୍ଲିଶ କଲେ କ'ଣ କ୍ଲାସିଫିକେସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ ବ୍ୟାକ୍ଟେରିଆ। In 1984, the first edition was published. It contains description of all prokaryotic species. 1984 ରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଯେଉଁ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଏଡ଼ିସନ୍ ପବ୍ଲିଶ ହେଲା, ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଏଡ଼ିସନ୍ କ'ଣ କରିଥିଲା ଅଲ୍ ପ୍ରୋକାରିଓଟିକ୍ ସ୍ପେସିସ୍ର ଡେସ୍କ୍ରିପସନ୍ ରଖିଥିଲା। The second edition will consist of 5 volumes. The first volume was published in 2001 and second in 2005 and 3 additional volumes are due in 2007. Microbial classification in the first edition was phenetic, based on phenotypic characterization, while the second edition is largely in phylogenetic, based on evolutionary relationship by evolutionary development. आम जो माइक्रोबियल क्लासिफिकेशन है दुईटा जो आम फास्ट एडिशन रहा आ सेकेंड एडिशन रहा। ये फास्ट एडिशनटा हूँ पूरा फिनेटिक बेस्ड, माने बेस्ड ऑन फिनोटाइपिक कैरेक्टराइजेशन। आ सेकेंड एडिशनटा लार्जली कौन फाइलोजेनेटिक, मीन्स बेस्ड ऑन इवोल्यूशनरी डेवलपमेंट। द 5 volumes of Bergys manual of classification are the archaea and the deeply branching phototropic bacteria, the proteobacteria, the low gram positive bacteria, the high gram positive bacteria। बुझीगला तार बर्गिस मानुआल जो 5टा वॉल्यूम रहा हूँ कौन गोटे आर्किया, गोटे प्रोटियोबैक्टेरिया, गोटे लो ग्राम पॉजिटिव बैक्टेरिया आ गोटे हाई ग्राम पॉजिटिव बैक्टेरिया। द प्लांक्टोमाइसिट्स, पिरोचाइड्स, फिब्रोबैक्टीरिया, बैक्टीरोइडेल्स, फ्यूजोबैक्टीरिया, क्लामाइडे एंड एसिडोबैक्टीरिया एंड वर्मीमाइक्रोमिया एंड डिक्टिनोमिया। तापर है वॉल्यूम 1। दिस वॉल्यूम कंटेन्स ए वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ प्रोकैरियोट्स इन द डोमेन्स आर्किया एंड बैक्टीरिया। तापर है आर्किया। इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 2 फाइलम, फाइलम क्रिनार्कियोटा एंड फाइलम यूरिआर्कियोटा। फाइलम क्रिनार्कियोटा कहले कौन बुझे ना, दिस फाइलम कंटेन्स थर्मोफिलिक एंड हाइपरथर्मोफिलिक सल्फर मेटाबोलाइजिंग ऑर्गेनिज्म ऑफ द ऑर्डर्स थर्मोप्रोटियल्स, डिसल्फुरोकोकेल्स एंड सल्फोलोबेल्स। तापर फाइलम यूरिआर्कियोटा। दिस फाइलम कंटेन्स मिथानोजेनिक एंड हालोफिलिक प्रोकैरियोट्स, थर्मोफिलिक एंड सल्फर रिड्यूसिंग ऑर्गेनिज्म द थर्मोप्लाज्मा एंड थर्मोकोकी। The 2 phyla are divided into 8 classes and 12 orders। ये गला कौन आर्किया डिवाइडेशन। देन आसला बैक्टीरिया। द बैक्टीरिया आर एन एक्सट्राऑर्डिनरी डाइवर्स ग्रुप ऑफ प्रोकैरियोट्स। इट हैज बीन डिवाइडेड इनटू 23 phyla। इट कंटेन्स डीपली ब्रांचिंग ग्रुप एंड ऑल फोटोट्रॉपिक बैक्टीरिया। सम ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट phyla आर, ये जो 23 फाइल डिवाइड होती आम तो 23 फाइल आउ डिस्क्राइब करें जेहेतु गोटे आमर कौन 15 मार्क लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन कि 10 मार्क कि 7.5 मार्क लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आसो। सो आम ता भर किसी इंपोर्टेंट फाइल को आम डिस्क्राइब करवा। फर्स्ट है फाइलम आक्विफाइसी। दिस फाइलम कंटेन्स ऑटोट्रोपिक बैक्टीरिया सच एज आक्विफेक्स एंड हाइड्रोजिनोबैक्टीरिया। दे प्रोड्यूस वाटर बाय यूजिंग हाइड्रोजन टू रिड्यूस ऑक्सीजन। Phylum Thermotogi. This phylum contains 1 class and 6 genera. Thermotoga and other members of the class Thermotogi are anaerobic, thermophilic, fermentative and gram-negative bacteria. Phylum Dinococcus thermus. The order Dinococcales contains bacteria that are extraordinary radiation resistant. The genus Dinococcus 10 gram positive bacteria. It has high concentration of carotenoid pigment which may protect it from radiation. ଆମର ଡିନୋକକସ୍ କ'ଣ କରେ, ତାର ଗୋଟେ ସିଏ ଆମର କ'ଣ ମାନେ ଯେଉଁ ଆମର ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଅର୍ଡ଼ିନାରୀ ରାଡ଼ିଏସନ୍ ଯେଉଁଟା ହୁଏ ତାକୁ ସେ ରେଜିଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ବା ପ୍ରତିରୋଧ କରେ। କେମିତି ନା ଯେହେତୁ ତା ଦେହରେ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ କ'ଣ ଅଛି, ହାଇ କନସେନ୍ଟ୍ରେସନ୍ ଅଫ୍ କାରୋଟିନଏଡ୍ ପିଗମେଣ୍ଟ। ତାପରେ ହେଲା ଫାଇଲମ୍ କ୍ଲୋରୋଫ୍ଲେକ୍ସି। ଦ ଫାଇଲମ୍ କ୍ଲୋରୋଫ୍ଲେକ୍ସି has one class and two orders. Many members of this group are green non-sulfur bacteria. Chloroplexus carries out an oxygenic photosynthesis, is a gliding bacterium. In contrast, Herpetosiphon is a non-photosynthetic gliding bacterium. Both genera have unusual peptidoglycan and lack lipopolysaccharide in their outer membrane. Phylum Cyanobacteria. This phylum contains photosynthetic bacteria. Cyanobacteria have chlorophyll A and all species possess phycobilins. These bacteria can be unicellular or filamentous, either branched or unbranched. It incorporates CO2 photosynthetically through use of Kelvin cycle. କେଲଭିନ୍ ସାଇକେଲ ଆପଣ ପଢ଼ିଥିବେ। ଏ ଯେଉଁ ଫାଇଲମ୍ ସିଆନୋବ୍ୟାକ୍ଟେରିଆ କ'ଣ କରେ, ଯେହେତୁ ତା'ର କ୍ଲୋରୋଫିଲ୍ ଏ ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସେମାନେ ଇଟ୍ ଇନକର୍ପୋରେଟ୍ CO2 ଫଟୋସିନ୍ଥେଟିକାଲି ଥ୍ରୋ ୟୁଜ୍ ଅଫ୍ କ'ଣ କେଲଭିନ୍ ସାଇକେଲ ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେମାନେ CO2 ଫଟୋସିନ୍ଥେଟିକାଲି ଆବଜର୍ଭ କରନ୍ତି। ଦେନ୍ ଆସିଲା ଫାଇଲମ୍ କ୍ଲୋରୋବି। This phylum contains an oxygenic photosynthetic bacteria known as green sulfur bacteria. They can incorporate CO2 through the reductive tricarboxylic acid cycle rather than the Kelvin cycle and oxidize sulfide to sulfur granules which accumulate outside the cell. ये गला आमर वॉल्यूम 1। देन आसला वॉल्यूम 2। वॉल्यूम 2 केबे हितला 2005 रे। This volume contains gram-negative proteobacteria. It contains over 2000 species in 538 genera. Many species are important in medicine, industry, and biological research. Some of the genera are Escherichia, Pseudomonas, and Rhizobium, etc. The phylum is divided into 5 classes. Class 1 Alpha Proteobacteria. The alpha proteobacteria are oligotrophic forms, means those are capable of growing at low nutrient level. Rhodosporium and other purple non-sulfur bacteria are photosynthetic. Some genera are methylotrophy, that is Methylobacterium, chemolithotrophy, that is Nitrobacteria, nitrogen fixation, that is Rhizobium. Bickettsia and Brucella are important pathogen. Class 2 Beta Proteobacteria. This class uses substance that diffuse from organic decomposition. Some of these bacteria use substance as hydrogen alkaligens, NH3 nitrosomonas, methane methylobacillus. Class 3 Gamma Proteobacteria. This class contains 15 order and 28 families. Some important families such as Enterobacteriaceae, Vibrionaceae, and Pasteuraceae use the Embden-Meyerhof pathway and the pentose phosphate pathway. ये गला हमारा क्लास 3। देन आसला क्लास IB Delta Proteobacteria. This class contain 8 orders and 20 families. Some are predators on other bacteria. The order Myxococcales contains the fruiting myxobacteria such as Myxococcus, Stigmatella, and Polyangium. These also prey on other bacteria. These are variety of anaerobes that generate sulfide from sulfate and sulfur while oxidizing organic nutrient. Class B, which is known as Epsilon Proteobacteria. This class is composed of only one order. Campylobacter and Helicobacter are small sized important pathogenic genera. Then is volume 3. This volume contains the gram-positive bacteria with low G plus C content in their DNA, which are members of the phylum Firmicute. This phylum contains 3 classes. Clostridia. This class contains 3 orders and 11 families. They vary in morphology and size. The members are anaerobic. Genera such as Clostridium, D. sulfatamaculum, Sporobacter from the true bacterial endospore. Class 2 है molecules. The class contains 5 orders and 6 families. Members of the class are called Mycoplasma. These bacteria lack cell wall and cannot make peptidoglycan or its precursor. They are bounded only by the plasma membrane, that is they are pleomorphic. The genera Mycoplasma and Sporoplasma contain several important animal and plant pathogen. ये गला हमारा class 3. Then आला Bacilli. The class Bacilli has two orders, Bacillate and Lactobacillate, and 17 families. Some genera like Bacillus, Sporolactobacillus form two endosperm. This class contains many medically and industrially important genera Bacillus, Lactobacillus, Streptococcus, and Staphylococcus. Then is the volume 4. This volume contains the gram-positive bacteria with high G plus C content in their DNA, which are the members of the phylum Actinobacteria. They form complex branching filament called hypha. They don't produce true endospores, but many form asexual spores and some have complex life cycle. Some of the genera are Actinomyces, Corynebacterium, and Mycobacterium. Volume 5. The volume contains gram-negative bacteria which include 10 phyla, out of which only 3 are informed below. Phylum Planktomycetes. The phylum contains only one order, one family, and 4 genera. Planktomycetes are ovoid or pear-shaped cells that lack peptidoglycan. They are unicellular. Phylum Chlamydia. This phylum contains one class, one order, and 4 families. Chlamydia are obligate intracellular parasite with a unique life cycle. Phylum Spirochetes. This phylum contains helically shaped motile gram-negative bacteria. The cytoplasm and nuclear periplasmic flagella lie between the protoplasmic cylinder and the outer membrane. If any doubt, then message me on chat box. I will share with you also. Thank you.